Hello, and welcome all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Sagittarius suns, have big Sagittarius placements, or cross watchers for Sagittarius. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of April 2025. I want to thank you for being here with me. The way it's going to work is that I'm going to use the Oracle deck to get overarching themes. There we go. I'm then going to use the tarot to clarify and get further details and messages. So we will dive in immediately. As I was getting ready to do your reading, I immediately heard slow down. So this is spirit kind of coming through to let you know there's no rush. But also it feels like at this point rushing would cause you to miss important details, right? Stitch in time saves nine. And that feels like that's especially true for you guys in the month ahead. So slow down. There is no rush. No matter what the external pressure feels like, there's no actual rush. Okay, it's all fabricated. If that makes you feel any better. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are tired too. It's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Especially trying to create a new beginning, or it's like make your way through a new beginning. I'm seeing like a butterfly fighting its way out of a chrysalis. Slow down. You can just rest this month. It's okay. Rebirth is a process. It doesn't happen all at once, usually. So yeah, this is going to be, I'm also getting to this is going to be a month where like the simplest solutions are the best, generally speaking. Yep. I want to look but not take it, death. So this is what I mean. You have a rebirth that's going on. It says the eternal cycle begins here. I want to say Scorpio got that, and I want to say Virgo did as well. I can't remember, but you might, if you have those placements, you might want to check it out. At the bottom is the witch. She keeps popping out at like the bottom, or, one of the kind of random cards that gets my attention in the readings lately. So there is definitely an energy of magic. This always makes me think of like the magician kind of vibes. It says the earthly weaver of worlds. You are manifesting something that you desire, but you're also releasing a lot from the past. So it's okay for this to be a process. You're not losing time. You're not losing ground. You don't have to make a decision yet, is something I'm getting. Excuse me. Repeating ones and repeating twos might be something you're seeing a lot lately. So let's see what we have. Okay. Skeleton with strength. This is really a time this month to kind of I want to say like kind of like grit down into your strength, or it's almost like find your strength in like your routine material world, right? There's a sense of like, think about what the skeleton does for us, right? It gives us shape, it gives us strength, it gives us the ability to, to move and to do things, and it's the basis of our experience, right? It's fundamental to us. And it makes me think of how in astrology, Saturn rules the teeth and the bones. There's something here, and Saturn doesn't let us skip around or cut corners. There's something here for doing things sequentially by the book, not skipping any steps, right? And this is enabling you to build up your strength, but also some type of foundational structural support. Yes, 333 on the timer. So far, I've looked up at 111, 222, and 333. So again, everything is moving forward, but in the right time. You are not missing a single thing. And so this is going to be a month to kind of work on building that foundational energy even more so. So we'll look at how. Death is at the bottom. What is it with you guys? Are you okay? You're doing really good. Scorpio energy coming through. The strength energy of this card always makes me think of Leo as well. So some of you might have some of those placements kicking around. Two of Swords. Yeah, again, you don't have to make a decision this month. It's okay. Temperance. There you are. Sagittarius. The Six of Swords. And the Lovers, Gemini. Some of you are trying to make a decision about a partnership. It's like you have a partnership in limbo and you're like trying to make a choice. And there's kind of a sense that like, love is patient, love is kind. And so it's important to not skip steps with this person, particularly if you are reconnecting or if this is your first relationship in a while, like after a healing period, because healing is absolutely happening here. Especially, by the way, if there's synastry between your suns and moons. Yeah, 444, there it is. Synastry between your suns and moons. This is a particularly strong message. But there's a sense here where major healing is taking place for you, for possibly another person. Some of you are healing from the loss of a relationship. There are, it's kind of like this energy. There are good days and bad. There are happy days and dark days. And that's okay. That's part of the process. But it also means it's why it's hard to make a decision yet, because it feels like you haven't fully come out of this either way. It's hard to see, but in this version of the Two of Swords, the bow is drawn back up here, but the arrow fell down here, right? And this, to me, this version of the Two of Swords means kind of like misaligned intentions, right? So we think we're aiming for this, but we're, subconsciously we're actually aiming for this. Or we have an idea of what we want and we think it's going to look like this, so we go after it that way. But, we actually wanted it this way instead, or that way would have been better for us. So like, for example, this could be where it's like, yeah, I want a relationship. Yeah, I want love, but it's not going to be the best time for it yet. There's something where some of you, it's like you have your eye on someone and it's okay to slow play things. Again, 555 now. So again, things progress in their own time. There is divinity in the timing, hardcore. But yeah, there is a healing taking place. Some of you, it's like you want to get going on picking a path that feels important to you, that feels like it resonates with you. With the Temperance, this could feel like something that you feel spiritually drawn to do. Some of you want to be healers, like spiritual healers. You want to sign up for like that certification, that course, that apprenticeship. There's going to be time. But you're just like kind of being advised to like let it develop slowly. What's the Temperance energy here about? The Hierophant. A lot of you guys are like, you're really committed to your healing. There's a sense here to make sure you are committing to your healing. It's almost like, yeah, you're really close to the goal that you want. Like there's, don't give up now. Don't rush through it now. Justice is at the bottom. Some of you really want like a relationship. Some of you, it's like, some of you are reconnecting with somebody, or you've recently reconnected with somebody that feels like they're your person. And it's like you want to commit, you want to do that, but you also want to let things take their time. Yeah, because I feel like this is the thing. You're going back and forth between whether or not to commit to something or walk away. Some of you are trying to like, you have good days and bad. Even if this is about like, let's say the concept of love. Good days and bad. There are days where it's like, yeah, I want a stable, committed relationship. I'd love to have that kind of, I want to say legacy, but that kind of love in my life. And then there are other days where you're like, yeah, screw that. Not into it. I am all done with that. This is where there's the misaligned intentions, because it's all over the place right now because you're healing, and that's okay. You're integrating some part of shadow. And for some, you have mixed feelings about this person, because while, maybe in the past you were like, I would marry them so hard. And then now like somebody's walked away. So it's like, I actually don't know how I feel. It kind of leaves you feeling like, I don't really know what to do about this, because there's been these very real, very true, very intense feelings on either end of the spectrum. For some, there's kind of this energy where you and this person might almost be swapping roles. So like kind of like swapping runner and chaser. Somebody may have been really afraid of commitment. Now they're really into it. What is the Lover's energy about? What is that? The Three of Wands. This is about the future you want to create. And see how in the Three of Wands, it's usually a very singular energy. We have the other chair here with the other cup waiting, meaning in this version of the Three of Wands, it is about, this person's looking out and thinking about the future they want to have, but it's very clear they intend to share it with somebody. Unless they're just drinking a shitload of coffee by themselves, which is valid. But it's very, very clear that they're thinking about who they want to share those moments with, right? And so it feels like this is about, for many of you, this is about the future, and either creating one that just like deeply aligns with you. For some, it's like you're changing what you love, so the future you want to create is starting to look different, and it's kind of like, oh wow, maybe I want something else. But for many of you, I feel like this is about a relationship. It's like you're contemplating who you want to take this journey with, and you're making some decisions. Yeah, the Emperor. Some of you, this is about an Aries. It's a Gemini. We have Taurus here, and of course Sag. But you're trying to it feels like you guys are trying to like make some executive decisions. Somebody else might be coming in to try to, because they've had some time to think about it, and they're coming in to try to take some type of responsibility for the future they want to have. There's a recognition of, as I look out over the life I've planned or what I'm building, I think about who I want to experience it with. And so somebody might be coming in to offer you that. Four of Swords, somebody you haven't heard from for a while. And this is why I feel like there's that energy of go slow, because it does feel like there's healing on both ends. There's healing that needs to take place between the two of you. What's the Six of Swords? Yeah, the Four of Swords. There's healing that needs to take place. If you haven't heard from this person for a while, this is because they have been in a period of healing. Ace of Swords, but you will hear from them. You will hear from them. It feels like you guys are going to try to talk, try to clear the air. And sometimes I say that and I'm like, oh, I don't know if, they'll want to like do anything. I feel like this person wants to, if this is romantic, this person wants to get back together with you. They want to get the band back together. If this is, even creative, this is a job, this person wants you back on their team. They've had a lot of time to think about it. Judgment. This is what I mean. You don't have to rush a decision. It's going to feel like a big choice. And so because of that, see, it's like night and day. This person might come back and it's like a night and day difference. It's going to feel like a big decision. And because of that, you might feel pressured to give an answer or have it all figured out. And it's okay to take your time with it. Hermit, it's okay to go slow and it's okay to spend time consulting your inner wisdom here. So further clarifying the Four and Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Intuitively, you know what is for you. I feel like a lot of you guys have had some kind of glow up. You know what is for you. And there's a sense where I feel like most of you are figuring out how to advocate for that and how to make decisions based off of that. For sure. When we hit Taurus season, which isn't going to be until the later part of the month, that might be really when like this is kind of culminating, right? Where this person comes back or you're really sitting and reflecting on these things. So it feels like there's some type of discussion or offer that's made. This person's back in your life by probably the last like quarter of the month or so. Or third of the month, something, third of the month, sorry. I can do fractions. I do feel like that's the case. Again, this person's coming in very changed. This person's coming in very responsible, something I'm getting. Very demure. Seven of Swords. I feel like, well, let me see what else comes out. Yeah, King of Wands. There it is. But what you don't know, the Ace of Wands is here. I feel like in the past, this person's tried to lead with attraction. I actually don't feel like they're doing that this time. But what you don't know is that this person, I feel like they've always kind of had the potential to be your counterpart, your match. We have a true pair and we have the Lovers. And I feel like that's what you haven't seen about them, right? To be somebody who can match you, like, will stand up and say it with their full chest. Yes, I want to be with you. Yes, I want this. Like, tell me what I got to do. Whatever it is, we'll get through it together, right? That committed energy with the Hierophant. Like, this is a ride or die kind of energy. I think you've always known they had it in them, and you're going to be seeing that more from them. I don't think you'll see all of it right away, but this person is going to show you at least a little bit of that with the Ace of Wands, and it's going to be like, I knew that's in there. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, it was a timing thing. So let things take time, let cycles unfold, but I do feel like you and this person will be connecting. Ace of Wands at the bottom. You could be connecting. I'm almost getting this energy of like, don't feel the need to like rush any kind of like passionate encounter. Not saying, not here to tell you what to do if you're, a consenting full grown adult. But there's no need to rush. This person's not going to slip through your fingers. Queen of Cups. Nurture and honor your emotional needs through this process. I feel like with that strength energy, this is really going to be about digging deep in the heart space and finding something different. Page of Wands, I think it's that enthusiasm, that excitement, and possibly that forgiveness again. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys for your month ahead. I hope that's been helpful. I want to thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.